Have you ever walked out of a store with something you didn't even plan on buying? What if I told you that you might have been a victim of manipulation? Often, these seemingly inexplicable choices are the result of extremely subtle and almost invisible persuasion techniques that influence our minds without us even noticing. In this video, we're going to uncover the 6 most devious persuasion tricks in psychology used to manipulate our thoughts and behaviors. Get ready, because even the most vigilant and self-aware among us can be influenced without realizing it. By understanding how these tactics work, you'll be better equipped to protect yourself from being manipulated and learn how to recognize when someone is trying to sway your decisions unethically. Get ready for a revealing journey into some of the deepest, and often unknown, tricks in the world of psychological persuasion. Let's dive in so you can leave here more aware and prepared. 1. Persuasion is subtle and subconscious. Example: you're at the grocery store and, without much thought, you toss a chocolate bar into your basket near the checkout. The soft background music and the smell of freshly baked bread are actually deliberate strategies designed to create an environment that influences your buying decisions, encouraging you to pick up items you didn't initially intend to buy. Persuasion often works in subtle and subconscious ways, operating below the radar of our conscious awareness. Many of us believe we're in full control of our choices, but the truth is our minds can be easily influenced without us even realizing it. This kind of manipulation is especially effective because it doesn't trigger our critical thinking or natural resistance. For instance, in a shopping environment, the background music or the layout of a store can affect your choices without you even noticing the influence. Similarly, when reading a news article or listening to an advertisement, the words used and the way they're presented can shape our perception and lead us to conclusions we might not have come to on our own. Understanding this form of persuasion is crucial because it can affect everything from buying decisions to more significant matters like political opinions and social attitudes. So, being aware that we're vulnerable to these influences can help us better resist unwanted manipulations and make more informed decisions. 2. Persuasion experiments. Example: you walk into a clothing store, and a salesperson greets you with a clipboard and asks an innocent-sounding question: do you think it's important to buy high-quality clothes? By agreeing, you're already more inclined to buy something because, subconsciously, you want your actions to align with the statement you just made. Various persuasion experiments have shown how environmental factors can influence our behavior. For instance, one study found that people standing near a flower shop were more likely to give their phone number to a stranger than those standing near a bakery. Similarly, someone holding a guitar case was perceived as more attractive than someone carrying a gym bag. Another fascinating experiment demonstrated how subtle images, like clouds or coins, could influence online shopping decisions. Images of clouds made people prioritize comfort, while images of coins made them focus more on price. These studies illustrate how our surroundings and minor visual cues can have a profound impact on our decisions, even when we're not aware of it. These findings highlight the importance of being mindful of the factors around us that might be influencing our choices. Learning to spot these elements can help us regain control over our own decisions and resist external influences. 3. The power of words. Example: you're negotiating to buy a car, and the salesperson mentions a model that costs $50,000 before showing you the car they're actually selling for $25,000. While $25,000 is still a lot of money, it suddenly feels like a bargain compared to the initial price mentioned. This anchoring technique is designed to make the real price seem more reasonable. The way words are used is a powerful tool for persuasion. A common trick is to mention a very high price before revealing the actual price of a product. This makes the final price seem more reasonable, even if it's still quite high. This effect, known as anchoring, shows how our perceptions can be shaped by the information we receive first. Additionally, emotionally charged or positive words can shape our attitude towards a product or idea. For example, describing a car as fuel-efficient instead of economical can influence a consumer's perception of the car, emphasizing performance over cost. By understanding how word choice affects our decisions, we can become more critical and question the intentions behind the messages we receive. This is a crucial step in avoiding being manipulated by marketing and advertising. 4. The principle of unity. Example: during a fundraising campaign for a local cause, the organizer says, "We're all part of this community, and we need to take care of each other." By using the word "we," they create a sense of unity and belonging, making people feel more inclined to contribute because they see themselves as part of a larger group. The principle of unity explains how people are more easily influenced by those they see as part of the same group or unit. This technique taps into our human desire to belong and align with those we perceive as similar to ourselves. When someone is perceived as one of us, we are more likely to trust them, follow their suggestions, and be persuaded by them. A practical example of this principle is how Warren Buffett, one of the world's most respected investors, uses a familiar and straightforward language in his annual letters to shareholders. He refers to shareholders as partners and speaks in a direct, accessible way, creating a sense of unity and trust that enhances his persuasive power. Another example is a teacher who achieved a high response rate from parents on a survey by emphasizing the direct benefit to their children. By linking the act of responding to their children's well-being, he activated a sense of unity and family responsibility, making the persuasion much more effective. 5. Subconscious influence and practical applications. Example: when you visit an online shopping site, the color of the "Buy Now" button is strategically chosen to be bright red, a color that psychologically encourages action and urgency. Without realizing it, you feel a subconscious push to click the button immediately and complete your purchase, even if you didn't originally intend to. Subconscious influence isn't limited to adults or consumers, even young children can be affected by these techniques. A study with 18-month-olds showed they were influenced by images suggesting unity, such as pictures of people hugging. This demonstrates how deeply rooted subconscious persuasion is and how it can impact our choices from an early age. To apply these techniques practically, it's important to set the mood or mental state of people before delivering a message. This can be done by decorating a space to reflect the desired mood or using language that aligns with the audience's expectations and desires. By making people feel part of a group or inducing a specific emotional state, the effectiveness of the message is amplified. However, it's crucial to remember that these techniques should be used responsibly to avoid manipulation or harm. 6. Ethics and vulnerability in persuasion tactics. Example: during a charity drive at the office, a coworker who recently did you a favor asks you to make a donation. Even though you're aware that the reciprocity technique is at play, the pressure to return the favor is strong, and you end up giving more than you initially intended. It's essential to use persuasion tactics ethically. Unethical manipulation can lead to distrust and resentment, resulting in a loss of credibility and trust in the long run. Companies and individuals should always consider the ethical impact of their actions to ensure that their tactics do not cause harm. Additionally, even those who are aware of these techniques can still be influenced. When someone has been favored beforehand or feels an obligation to reciprocate, their resistance to persuasion can significantly decrease. This underscores the importance of staying vigilant and aware of the influences around us. To protect yourself from these tactics, it's crucial to develop a critical mind and question the intentions behind every message. Awareness is key to avoiding manipulation and using these techniques ethically and transparently. If you were intrigued by the persuasion techniques presented in this video, know that all of them were taken from the book, Persuasion: A Revolutionary Way to Influence and Persuade by Robert Cialdini. This book is a must-read for anyone looking to dive deeper into the topic and learn how these strategies are used every day to influence and persuade people. Packed with practical examples and actionable lessons, this book will open your eyes to the subtle persuasion techniques you encounter all the time. Don't miss the chance to grab your copy now. Click the link in the description and start transforming how you see the world today. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Share this video with friends and family so they can also learn how to protect themselves from unwanted influences. And make sure to check out our video for simple tricks to reprogram your brain for unlimited wealth, where you'll discover how to reprogram your mind to achieve unlimited wealth. This content is essential for anyone who wants to maximize the power of persuasion and transform their financial life. See you next time.